Hey guys, testing, testing. Just making sure my audio is working. It looks like it is, but let me just test. Okay, that's working, and it looks like my audio is working too. So hopefully we should be okay. I'm just gonna look in one more place just to make sure. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it seems to be working. Let me look. One more thing. Okay, yeah. Looking good, looking good. Okay. And let me just post one more little thing. We're live. Okay. So, welcome. I'm also going to get on Instagram, and let me make sure my camera is as sharp as it could be. Okay. Give me a second. And if you are tuning in, if you could say hey in the comments and let us know where you're tuning in from. Okay. All right, let me get this together. Sorry, guys, I'm a little sleepy today, so I'm moving a little slower than normal. But let me put that here. Okay. Ask me anything. Live business Q&A. Okay. Oh no. Let's try this again because that was not what I wanted. Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm
Got it, I guess, as together as it's gonna be, I think. Let me try one more thing. Okay, yeah, I see people that are logging in. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. We're doing live business Q&A, and I am trying to get my phone to operate. So, okay. Hopefully that's gonna work. Okay. So welcome. Welcome, Delintha. Welcome, Amma. So we're here for live business Q&A, and this is where you can ask me anything in relation to branding, marketing, entrepreneurship, or how to grow a six-figure service-based business. I'm streaming live from a few different places, so if you see me looking up, it's because I am talking or streaming to Facebook and YouTube. And if you see me looking down, it is because I am streaming to Instagram. So I am requesting now that you ask me any question in relation to branding, marketing, entrepreneurship, and I will make sure that I answer it live today. So while I wait for questions, as I normally do, I want to quickly plug my apparel. So I'm wearing Purpose Focus shirt, if you can see it. And this shirt is part of my AMW apparel collection that is available on my website, Brand with AMW Shop. And I'm going to put it up here. I'll put it up here on the page, and then I also will put it in the comments just in case. You can also click to my Instagram profile, and it's in the link in the description. Get your AMW apparel. So while I wait for questions, I am going to share just some questions and things that I encountered this week working with clients. Okay. So this week has been an interesting week. I have been in and out of the office and doing some traveling, but one of the things that came up was in regards to search engine optimizing your existing site. So when you think of search optimizing your site, typically you're thinking about how to show up on the first page of Google or as close to the first page of Google that you can possibly be. So, for this particular client, they had a website that we recently launched, and they wanted to change the description that showed up when you went to their website, or when they send a link to their website, when they show up on their site, they wanted to change that description. So if that's something that you are also interested in, which is kind of like optimizing your description and changing your description, I'm going to talk you through how to do that if you are using WordPress. And then I also will tell you a way to show up in local searches, which is good, which is best. And give me one more second. I'm sorry. Just trying to get a few more things together. And as we wait again, put your um, put your info in here. Okay. Okay, so all right, so SEO. So one of the ways that you can search engine optimize your site and get it a little bit more optimized for search engines and indexed a lot better is by using a plugin called Yoast SEO. And this is specifically for WordPress websites. So when you use Yoast SEO, you can actually go into the back end of your site, and once you download it, so you have to basically type in Yoast, and it's Yoast, kind of like roast, but with a Y. So you will use Yoast SEO, you download Yoast SEO, and basically, you basically will I'm so sorry. I keep having notifications go off on my phone and on my computer. It's very distracting. Okay, so basically what you do is you send them, I mean, you go into each page of your site. And when you go into each page of your site, yeah, I don't understand. You got do not disturb on and okay. Okay. So when you go into each page of your site, you are able to um, change the description. So if we were to go into the back end of a page, which literally you just go to whatever page that you're planning to go to on the site, you click edit page, you enter that page, and um, you might have a builder already. So if you are on the front end of your site, that's the wrong part of your site you need to be on. You need to be on the back end of your site. So when you go in the back end of your site and you click edit page, if you scroll down below the place where you put your content, you will put the different what is it called? That's where you optimize your site and optimize your page. So how you do this is you do some keyword research so you can find out what keywords are actually being searched for on Google, and we can talk about that a little bit later after this if you've never heard me talk about doing keyword research before. But basically, you do your keyword research so you already know the keywords and the phrases that you want to be found for on Google, and then you put that into your um, you put it into a spreadsheet, or you download it into a spreadsheet, and you pick no more than two really high search for keywords that relate to your business, and you put it in the title of your Yoast SEO and of your site. So for example, for one of my clients, her website is called Woman Climbing on Top. So for her, she has Woman Climbing on Top, and then she has a little like line or hyphen, whatever you want to use. And then she has menopausal well-being for women and financial coaching. So those are keywords that she can be found for, or wants to be found for, really easily on Google. And she puts those keywords into the title of her homepage so that that is what shows in Google as its index. So as you see, like all these different websites when you're on Google, that's how you can do that. So under that, you have space and area for welcome Cova Home Inspections for the description. So this gives you another opportunity to put your keyword rich description of your site. So again, you want to pull keywords from your keyword research. And if you're just tuning in, we're talking about how to SEO optimize your website and how to come come up closer to the first page of Google on your website. So you click that, you view it, you watch it. I mean, not view it. You put the description in, and then you have a better optimized site. You want to do what I typically do is I use the same keyword rich description on every single page. So once you do the home page like that, you can put the description in to other sections so that you can be found more easily on Google. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. If you're just joining us, we are doing live business Q&A. You can ask me anything in relation to branding, marketing, entrepreneurship, or how to grow a six-figure service-based business, and I will answer you live. Okay, so that is basically how you search engine optimize the pages of your site. Another thing that you can do to get indexed by Google is to go to Google Search Console. So Google Search Console, you can Google it to find the website, but basically that's where you submit your website to them so that they crawl your site and it gets shown in Google, basically. So once you've used those, the Yoast SEO plugin, you can submit your sitemap, which allows them to index your site even better, and you can submit the different, your website and different things like that, so that you are shown on as close to the first page of Google. So I know I mentioned earlier a little bit about Google keyword research. Google doing keyword research on Google really, really helps with, welcome Ryan Wilson Law, really, really helps with um, figuring out what keywords you should be using for content. So when you think about these different keywords and using it for content, you want to research keywords that people are searching for on Google. So if you are on Google and they are searching for um, um, personal trainer, let's say you're a personal trainer, or maybe personal trainer DC, you want to make sure that you are using that term, even though that's a very general term, but you want to make sure that you're using that term to be shown on Google. So, what you want to do to figure out what your keyword should be is you need to do keyword research. So, there's a website, it's called Google Keyword Planner, and basically, that website enables you to um, it enables you to actually research keywords. So, what I always recommend doing is coming up with a list of at least 10 to 20 keywords and keyword phrases that would pertain to you and your business. So, for me, that would be brand designer, website designer, marketing coach, graphic design, build your business to six figures, launch a profitable business, like, terms like that. So you're going to list it in a document that you have or whatever. I use Excel, so I usually will put in an Excel document, and then you basically will take those keywords, go to the website, Google Keyword Planner, put it into the section where you're researching historical metrics. So you want to research what are the trends, what keywords are actually being found for. So you put that in there, and then it shows you for the past year how many people have searched those terms, how popular is that term, how many people are spending ad money on those particular terms. And once you have that information, you can optimize your content for that. So once you have the keywords that you're like, people are searching for these keywords, I want to potentially be ranked for those keywords, you integrate it into your content. So you integrate it into your copywriting on your website, you integrate it into your blog posts. Blog posts is one of the best organic, which means unpaid, ways to improve your website search engine rankings. So use this keyword strategy so that you can continue to optimize your content, optimize your website. And this is really for any platform that you're using. So your website could be on Squarespace, it could literally be anywhere, but you can use this tool or this suggestion of doing your keyword research so that you are able to come up in that content. So I just wanted to share that info with you guys. Hopefully it helps you to show up a little bit closer to the first page of Google. Um, and yeah, so that is that. The final thing I want to say about that is, let's just talk a little bit about what is organic SEO and inorganic SEO. And SEO stands for search engine optimization. So organic SEO is unpaid SEO. So this is free ways to improve your search rankings, which for most small businesses, that's ideal. That's what that's typically what you want, is the organic SEO. Paid SEO is when you are paying for ads. So when you go on Google and you see that it says ad, the listing is showing up right on front, but it says ad, then that is paid SEO. So if you are using Google Ads, which are the only way that on Google you can improve your rankings that I know of, um, it'll say ad, and you can do that. Another way that you can improve your search engine rankings or SEO on Google is by creating a profile on Google My Business. A lot of times when you are on Google, you might search for, again, I'm going to use DC because I'm in the DC area, but I might search for personal, excuse me, I might search for, oh, why is it pause? I'm having all tech issues. Okay. Can you guys see me? Can you see me? Okay. Let's see. Can you see me? Let me know if you can see me. Please put it in the comments if you can see me. Looks like there's a little bit of a delay or something going on here. Okay. Can you see me? Can you see me? Can you see me? Okay. I'm going to continue. So basically, I'm sorry, but what's so weird is being on Do Not Disturb and still having all these notifications coming through. I don't know what's going on with my phone. But basically, what you want to do is create a Google My Business profile. And if you're just joining us, we're talking about how to create how to improve your search engine rankings on Google. So when you create a Google My Business profile, it enables you to come up for location based searches. So you might search for personal trainer DC, and that is going to show up in location based searches, which actually shows up right under the ads, but above the organic search engine optimization or above the organic listings. So make sure that if you have a business, that you type in Google My Business so that you can come up in the location based searches that are going to bring you to the top of Google way quicker than organic SEO, which takes a while. There's a lot of competition and things like that. Okay. All right. So I know I talked for a while about that. I want to open the floor. If you are tuning in, please submit any questions that you have about branding, marketing, entrepreneurship, or how to grow a six-figure service-based business. And if you see me looking up, it's because I'm streaming to Facebook and YouTube. And if you see me looking down, it's because I am also streaming to Instagram. So submit your questions and I'll give it a couple minutes. Okay. Anybody have any questions? I see you guys tuning in. Any questions? Any questions? We got about 6 or 7 more minutes. Okay. Any questions? Let's see. Let's see what questions. What other questions have I gotten? Um, hmm. Let's see. I'm going to check some other platforms to see if we have any questions here. Doesn't look like it. Uh, Yep, I don't see any, but let me just double check. Welcome. Please submit your questions in the comments. And I'm talking to you guys Instagram because I see you looking. So submit your questions in the comments. It can be any question. Let's see. Okay. All right. So while I wait for questions, I'm going to talk a little bit about my journey to growing to a six-figure business. So um, recently, well, not recently, I guess the end of last year, I finished doing my taxes for my, well, actually, okay. So last year I did my taxes for the year before. And then at the end of this past year, I was just adding up my revenues and stuff, even though we haven't started doing taxes for that. So I have, for the second year now, I have brought in over 100K for the year from my business. And you may have a business. You may be wondering how you can grow your business to over six figures and over too. So I'm going to share with you a few really critical things that I did in my business. Today is such a funky day, but two really critical things that I did in my business to grow it to six figures. So, one of the things that I did to grow it to six figures is that number one, raised my prices. Before I was growing, was bringing in larger numbers, like, before I had a five figure, six figure business, I was charging, just entirely too low for my services. I was charging under $1,000 for almost everything that I had. Even the combined package, I think, was under $1,000, which if you have another full-time job, this is just your kind of side hustle, then it's pretty easy to be in that range and be really comfortable with charging those fees. Or if maybe you are overseas and the cost of living is a little cheaper than it is in the US, it's easy to charge a low amount. But if you are in the US, if you are interested in going full time with your business one day, it's really important that you charge effectively. And how you do that is by doing competitive research. So, number one is I raised my prices and I figured out what prices I needed to charge by doing competitive research about who else was in my market, who else was who else was selling things that were similar to me, and how much were they charging. It was what I was offering. Is that something that I could, charge something similar and offer a similar value? So make sure your services are aligned to what other people are offering, and what's included is comparative to that, and then raise your rates. The second thing that I did was I put my personality in my brand. So, um, if have never met me or anything like that, um, if you were to look on my social media page, if you were to look on my website, it's one in the tone of my personal personality, since I have a personal brand site. And it two is just really, it's just communicating and demonstrating the type of person I am, the qualifications that I have, and it really is giving a personal approach where I know where they've been, I know where they're going, and things like that. So make sure that you are demonstrating, who you are, what your qualifications are, but you're doing it in a personal way that really shows your personality. People hire people. Usually they don't just hire a business. So they're hiring you because they like what you represent. They like what your personality is. They can see themselves working with you. So make sure that you do that and demonstrate your value there. And then the third and final thing that I did to grow my business to six figures is I had support, or I got support. And for me, that meant that I partnered with other contractors to help me deliver some of my products and services. So think about areas that you maybe don't love doing that work all the time, and make sure that you are make sure that you kind of source different people. You can do a formal kind of hiring process. I always recommend, like, just for small businesses, hiring a contractor, because the rules and regulations surrounding working with contractors is different than hiring a part-time employee or full-time employee. So, um, as I mentioned, so what were the three things I said? So, number one, if you are trying to grow your business to six figures, the first thing that I recommend doing is to raise your rates. The second thing is to infuse your personality into your brand and really have it reflect who you are as a person. And then the third thing is to get support and hire contractors. So I am going to sign off for today. Thank you for tuning in. And until next time, I'll see you later.